Hi guys, today I'm checking in with you to talk a little bit about the tags bundle. Stamps and the matching framelits. And so the first thing that we notice is that the stamps are attached to one another. And we can stamp them as is, and you get a row of the stamps, or you can take your marker or a small ink spot and just ink up one portion so you don't waste the other tags if you don't need them at the same time. Or you can do a little bit of minor surgery and cut them apart, and that's what I'm gonna do today. So let me just go right on in and work on these here. I haven't used the Christmas ones yet, so they're extra sticky still. And you can tell they're all connected together. And then I'm going to use one of our old scissors that we used to use to trim the rubber stamps down, to stick them on the wood blocks in the past. But for here now, I'm just going to cut next to the stamp and cut right in between. I'm making straight lines here. And then I didn't really have to clean this one up, but it's just bothering me, so I'm gonna trim around, making sure when you do that you don't cut into your stamp. Now a little bit more. So doing it this way, we now have 3 individual stamps, and I think you can see them fairly good on there. No, it's probably better on the black background. So that is done with the stamp. So now we can use them totally individually, and we do not have to stamp all 3 at the same time. And I'm going to do that with the other ones too off camera, so you don't have to watch me. Then I thought, well, why not go a step further? And I almost hear you all gasp now. We have the framelits, and we should be able to do the same thing that I just did with the stamps. I'm going to be a little bit more careful, and I'm actually going to use this pair of scissors. They're probably a little bit stronger, available at the market, you know, like the other stores. We don't sell any of these scissors anymore, so I'm feeling free to show you those. But these red-handed ones are sharper. So I'm just going to go in, and here goes nothing. I'm going to do this slow, and it works. I'm just gonna little by little, so I don't bend them, and I'm not gonna break anything. And I just went straight down. I'm gonna do the exact same thing on my other one. So this one, I just saw it curved a little bit because they're so thin. I'm gonna do the same thing in between here, making sure I'm not going in any of the die cutting lines that are needed to die cut. I'm just cutting on the material that is recessed, that's in between. So when you do that, you can tell that this one curved a little bit too, so I'm just gonna bend against it. Now this has a sharp edge, so I'm gonna just snip that off, make it so we don't hurt ourselves. There you go. And I just bend them straight, and they're completely fine. And I'm gonna now go back to work and make a card, so I can show you how we're gonna make a really quick card with our individual stamps and dies. Let's see how they fit together. This one, and then this one, and this one. So we now can just stamp and cut individually. Alright, so to put a card together, I quickly cut out the stamped image, which I stamped individually. I had my camera not turned on, so it didn't record earlier. I had the stamp in here with my deluxe foam mat, stamped it on white cardstock, and then cut it out with my individual tag. Then I cut it out, and I textured the background on here, put a piece of designer paper over it, and I'm adding a piece of ribbon, And I'm going to put that on the card. And then we can add it all together and have a really quick card. There. And then the little tag I'm going to add with dimensionals. And you think I'm going to use too many, but I want the tag to make contact with cardstock and not just be floating on top of the ribbon. So that's why I'm using that many, even on a small tag like this. I'm going to put it right on here. And then this is my last piece of ribbon on here. I still might be able to get more out of it, so I'm going to still keep it on the spool. And I'm just going to tie a piece on here with just a simple knot. And then trim it off. Like that. And then that is a really quick card using the tags bundle, all individually stamped and cut. Hope you enjoyed it.